Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're checking out King Arthur Legends Rise. Now, this is a game by Kabam, and it's going to be releasing in an open beta for both Android on the Google Play Store and also on PC on March 27th. So this video is going to be sponsored by King Arthur Legends Rise. So if you are interested in playing the game, definitely use the link in the description to go ahead and get around it. But like I said, March 27th is going to be the date. So let's get in and check out what the game has to offer. The first thing I want to look at is going to be the heroes in the game, because I love the aesthetic of this game and the heroes that you can collect. We've got things like Arthur, Merlin, all that type of stuff, some mythical creatures. It's just a really good roster in my opinion. Also, I am playing this on my phone, so I'm using a capture card to get this onto the PC. So this is being done off of my phone. So let's take a look at some of the characters that we have in the game so far. And we can go look at aesthetics like this, and then we'll talk about abilities and all that sort of stuff. So these are some of your top tier characters. You know I love anything with a bow. She is wicked. We got some flame and arrow action coming out of her. Let's take a look at this guy. I think he's Ice Mage. She's looking pretty scary, not gonna lie. But just all these designs, and I really love the way they go into the weapons, because you'll see when we look at abilities and stuff like that, the weapons are a big part of this one. Absolutely love her design. She's wicked. Once again, I just think they've done a great job. And as we get into some of the lower rarity characters, we actually get some really cool designs as well. Like, I love it when a game has not only cool high rarity characters, but also the lower rarities having some cool, like that dude's armor is sick. I absolutely love that. But when we go down, let's jump in. And like I said, the weapons are very important, which we will go through later. This dude's just an absolute savage. Love it. Let's keep going. Let's see if I can find my favorite character that I'm using at the moment. Gotta love myself an archer. This dude looks absolutely savage. She's scary, I'm not gonna lie. She's really scary. I just fought her as a boss. Like, her animations are creepy as. Let's go through. Here we go. We get into more of the fairy action. Where's my shark man? Let's find him. He's actually like a very low rarity character, but I absolutely love the dude. Let's see if I can find him over here. See, we start getting into some of these beasts. This guy, like, looking absolutely savage. And if we get over, here he is, my man. This dude, I pulled him. I absolutely love him, because you look at it and you're like, okay, it's a shark. Like, surely he's going to tear shreds out of people. Nope, he's a support healer. I'm like, sick. I absolutely love it. But dudes look absolutely savage. But like I said, the graphics, the quality and everything, just like top notch. I really like this aesthetic that they've gone with. So let's jump out of it. Let's take a look at the actual characters themselves and the kits that they have. So what I'll do is I'll go into the characters that I actually have, so that I can show you based on what I have. So here we have Arthur. Now, he's one of the main characters you get from the start. When we look at character progression, you've got leveling up. Then when you hit the level max, you got to get items to limit break them and then increase their level cap and keep leveling them through. We have equipment. So you're going to get equipment from campaign. You're going to get equipment from dungeons as well. And you've got your different set bonuses, whether it be 2 or 4 set bonuses. You got different main stats and sub stats that you can roll onto gear. If we look at, I haven't like replaced my gear in a while. You can see we get some sub stats as well and all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of complexity in gear systems in this, and we're not going to deep dive into it right now. So then we go into Relic. Now, Relic is what I really like in this one. So when we're leveling up the character, you can see here we got 2 passive abilities. So this one applies critical strike damage increase 2 to self for 2 turns, which is at the start of battle, which is really nice. And then we've got this one here, which available use count is 3. This is a passive with a 5-turn cooldown. Upon using skill 3 up to, basically, he's getting buffs when using the attack. I'm not going to read through it, but you get the idea that he has 2 passives. Now, these are tied into his character. I believe we will unlock a 3rd one eventually as well. But these are locked into the character and his element. We've got the general element. We've got red beats green, beats blue, beats red, and then we got light and dark counter each other. That's the elemental system in the game. But as you can tell, this guy at the moment is fire, but the weapon is what chooses, they call them relics, but essentially the weapon is what determines your element. And each character can then get different weapons, which is going to give them different elements and different skills, which I really like that type of system. It means you can level up one character, invest in them, and then let's say just because they're weak against this boss, maybe you will get some use out of them because they have a different skill kit. So I really like this as opposed to having like multiple versions of the same character. No, you just level that character once. The passives remain the same, so they have that effectiveness, but then you can get different weapons. And like I said, you just equip them. So if we look at this weapon here, for instance, the fire weapon, you can see how they change when we go through them. The basic attack pretty much remains the same, I'm pretty sure. Attack increase to self on this one. And this one is attack increase to self. So yeah, it just changes the color of the logo in that. But if we look at skill 2, for instance, this one is going to deal damage, 40% chance to apply defense decrease, and 40% chance to apply burn. Now if we jump over to the wind weapon, the skill 2 is going to deal damage 3 times. If the target dies, attack gauge recovered by 40% for self. So it actually gives you different play styles. So that's what I really like about this. Now, when we look at summons a bit later on, you can summon, and when you summon, you can get fragments of these so that you can eventually unlock the different artifacts or weapons, if you will, but you're also summoning for characters as well. So that is pretty much the generic character progression. Like I said, I really like that system where we've got one character that you level up, and then you can change the way they function based on what weapons you want to give them. So if we look over here, here's one you get through the campaign, but if we look at her here, if we get that great shot. Anyway, if we look at her weapons, you can see she starts out base as a wind unit, but I pulled in summons the fire weapon. So now I can use her as a fire unit as well, which is really cool. Like I said, I really do enjoy that. Now let's jump over and take a look at, say, the story. So the story is quite nice. What we have in the story here is, if we go back to the area map, we have basic chapters that you can complete, and once you've complete them, you can come back here and you can just fight the different enemies, kind of like different stages of the world. But when you go through it the first time and when you're trying to complete it, you actually go into the world and play it like that. So if I go here and I go to area map and we go up to the one we're just into, and I go into this one, and then we can hit start. Well, this is going to take me straight to this. So let me take you to this one, sorry. Let's go over to, whoops, didn't mean to click that. Okay. Let's go over here and we can go into adventure mode, and then it's going to take us into that world, and there's different like puzzles you can do, different items you can pick up, and all that sort of stuff. So it's got the campaign with like an overworld map. It's not open world, it's overworld, where it's pretty on rails, but you get to go explore, you get to find treasures, and this is the way you play through the campaign the first time and find all the bosses that you need to defeat and all that sort of stuff. So you play around here, you can run around, and like I said, explore, do all the missions. I've cleared this area, so we're not going to go too deep into this, but that is that sort of overworld that you get the experience when playing through the campaign. Now we can go back to the home and jump back here, and we can take a look. I'll show you a dungeon fight, so we can go ahead and show you some combat. So if we go over here, we go to the dungeon. Let's just jump into the experience dungeon. Let's see if I can clear this one yet. So we're going to jump in. I will put it on manual. Now the enemy is he is going to be fire. So what we'll do with her is we'll go to her relic, and you can do this when you're about to enter a battle, and I can just equip that relic. Cool beans. And that's all I need to do. And now I can go into start battle. And as you can see there, whoops, did I equip it? Wait, did I do it right? Wait. There we go. I didn't even have to go into that. I could have just done this. Okay, so there we go. I've got her weapon changed. She's onto the fire weapon, which means now we're not weak against that boss. So now we can jump in battle start. I'll take it off of auto. We also have up to 3 times speed in combat. So let me just take this off and I'll show you the gist around combat. So we'll have a look at the entry animation of the boss. Like I said, the graphics really clean in this one. Really well presented. And I like the chunkiness of this boss, let's call it. So there he comes out. Got a nice little gut hanging off of him. And there we go. So let me just quickly, if I can turn it off auto quick enough. It was a bit slow. Okay, let's put it on 1 time speed. Okay, so as you can see, this is something I like. This is a little touch. It's not crazy, but at least it's like when you're idling, it's not just everyone standing there. They do like this little you know, strafing type thing. It doesn't actually affect combat at all. It just makes it feel more lively in the game. Now, as you can see, this guy, he's got an arm that we can attack, or we can attack his main body, and we can just shift the focus there. So I just went ahead and used a basic attack there with Arthur. So what we have down the bottom there, you can see we've got the, for lack of a better word, energy gauge. What's it actually called? I can't remember the actual name of it, but I'm going to call it energy for now. But what happens is every turn that passes, you generate an extra bar of this. Now, if we look at our skills, you can see her basic skill requires 1, her second skill requires 3, and her next skill requires 5. So what happens is when you spend, if I want to use a basic attack, I'm going to spend one of these, or I can skip her turn and then we generate additional. So skipping generated one, and then the turn of the character generated another one. So skipping turns is going to be like a really strategic thing to use in this one. So this guy has some buffs. I think we might just go ahead and throw some buffs up with his ability. So let's go ahead and do that. You can see, there we go. We get the defense up. We get marking. Now the marking, basically what it does is that when we go into using his ultimate, he's going to heal based on it. So that's kind of what he does. So this guy here, he's a tanky unit. He provides some shields. I don't really need to use his ability right now, so I'm going to pass with him as well. Generate the additional. You can see the enemy's going to take a turn here. Okay, sweet. Now we're going to get another one. And now we are at max. So there we go. Now once, if we get a turn, okay, now we can use some more, you know, chunky abilities. So here I'm going to use this one, which is going to cost me 3, and we're going to attack the boss himself. There we go. Get a few attacks in there. Not too bad. All right, this guy's going. We're just going to skip with him now, and then we're going to go ahead and apply a shield with this to our chick, because she's getting a little bit low, so we can go ahead and apply the shield. Now we're going to get hit. Now he's going to take another turn, I think. Yep. And the turn order's on the left-hand side of the screen, but my head is actually currently covering it. There we go. And that is sort of the basics of combat. You can spend the energy to use abilities, or you can pass. Now, something else cool that I really liked about combat is different characters have different buffs depending on the environment of the battle. You can see that this one is daytime, which means it shows you which characters get advantages in there. Sorry, I just had a little Wi-Fi issue. So as you can see, different, you know, characters are going to get different buffs depending on like the time of day and also like the environment of the battle. I think that's a really cool feature to add in. Gives a bit of viability towards some things. But that, like I said, that's the basic gist. You know, consume to use it. I definitely prefer playing this game on manual at the moment, just because the skipping is such a valuable thing. They do have a turn order, skill order selection, as you can see, so you can choose like which skill you want to prioritize, but you're still going to drain a lot like that. Because you can't use skip as a priority. So manual play is definitely going to be viable. And then obviously when you get towards the end game, it's going to be about crafting a team that's going to work really functionally on auto to be able to farm some teams. So let's put this up on 3 times speed. As you can see, speeds up a fair bit. Let's chuck it on auto and let's see how we do. I think I'm going to probably wipe on this one. Oh, we're attacking the arm at the moment. All right, we'll let it attack the arm. Let's see how we go. Let's attack the arm first. That'll do. No, I said attack the arm. I said attack the arm. What are you doing? Why would you listen? I can tap it. It's just on 3 times speed. It's really hard to tap it that quick. But hey, let's just leave them to their own devices. Let's see how they do for me. But yeah, I think this is one I'm probably gonna have to manual at my current level, unless I just level things up a bit. But this gives you a good feel for what combat's about. Like I said, I really do like that little strafing. Like it's a very small thing, but I think it just makes it feel more lively in combat. It doesn't offer anything competitively or functionality wise. It just feels good. I like it. Like I said, the backgrounds, the scenery, everything's pretty solid in my opinion. So let's go here. We're gonna get dropped. Yeah, we're going to lose. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit before I lose, and I bring shame to myself. So the one remaining thing that we really want to look at is going to be summons. I really do like this summon animation for this game. The first time I did it, I was like, that is pretty sweet. So let's bounce out. Whoops, I went into the shop. Let's go over to summons, take a look at some summons and cap it off there. So we have our standard summons, which you get some free ones across the day and all that stuff. You're normally going to get really common characters. But then we also do have our more premium summons. And the thing I like about this quality of life is that it's not just single pull or 10 pull. You can do single pull or you can do as many as you have, which is good. I don't know if it caps at 10 pull, but hey, at least if I get 7, I can do 7. So let's go ahead and do a 7 pull. Let's go. Okay. And let's take a look at that summon animation. Like I said, the hand comes out. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. And then you got to pull the sword out. Yeah. And then the glow on the sword indicates what you're going to get. The other thing that I do like is it will go through them. So this is fragments for the relics or the weapons. So you can build up the weapons. When it goes to the end, you'll see that more clearly. Okay, we got like a common archer, uncommon archer. Let's go next one. See if we can get a good animation. Hopefully we can. Okay, we got the dude with the crossbow. He's another uncommon, I'd say. Yes. Here we go. Give me another one. Nah. Okay, this is another uncommon. All right, already got him, so it gives me the short one. If it's something new, you got to click to go to the next one. If it's something you've already gotten, it'll just auto through it. Like I'm not touching anything, and it'll go to the next one. Here we go. Here we go. He's better down. So this is at least a rare. This is a rare, I think. Okay, sweet. Like the shoulder pads, mate. Baldwin, so a rare character. So the rare is the second highest rarity. So, you know, that's a decent pull. Like, I'm happy with that. Can we get another one? Nope. I think that was our last summon too. That's going to be some more fragments. And those are our pulls. So you can see some of those ones, I got some fragments, and others I got dupes and stuff like that. And then I got my new character. So that is the way summons are going to work. You know what? Can I do 10? I can do 10 pull. I can do a 10 pull. Let's do it. Let's do another 10 pull. Let's see how we go. Nice. I didn't know I had that many gems built up already. That's sick. Let's go. Shoop. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully we can get some luck here. Oh, I like you. Even if you're an uncommon, I like you. You got sick armor. Aaron, I like. Let's go again. Another uncommon. You're the guy I got last time. Who we got? Kenneth. Come on. Here we go. Yes. Yes. Okay, so another rare unit. Who we got here? What's your name, old fella? It looks like I'm pulling all the old fellas today. We got Cormac. All right. Come on, go again. Yes. Yes, we need two hands. I haven't seen an epic summon animation yet. Okay, so there we go. For that one, because we got the animation and it's rare, I think we get that full weapon, not just the fragments. Yeah, you got a sick sword too. Let's go again. Come on, other hand. Dude, I love it when the other hand's required. Yes, I love this guy. This guy's scary as hell. Sick. Let's go again. I want that other hand. Come on. Use the other hand, big fella. Use the other hand. Get it in there. Yes, get it in there. Yes, okay, yes, that's the animation. I wanted to see it. Okay, we get a bit of text. Nice, okay. Sick. We did it. Wait, is he missing an arm? But we did get our legendary pull. So that is the legend. I'm glad we got to see a legendary animation. That's pretty sick. So you need the yellow to flash in for the legendary animation. And that is going to be it. Like I said, pretty solid pulls. I'm pretty happy with that. We got the weapon. We got, what do we get? We got two rare pulls and a legendary pull. Pretty happy with that. Ain't gonna complain. Let's go quickly check out our legendary before we cap this off. So characters, let's go here. There he is. Let's check out what he's got. So how do I unlock his other passives? Okay, so we got to level up to unlock them. Okay, so your legendaries get an additional passive. Cooldown 6 turns. Upon using skill 3, triggers switch ability on self. Let's see. And you can also click on the things to find out what they say. Debuff equals... That's pretty cool. And weakening effect. Harmful... Okay, nice. All right, so let's go over here. So let's hit that. And then, like I said, we got his relics. And then, once again, we can still get different relics for him that gives him a different playstyle. So honestly, pretty happy with that. We can go ahead and play around with our new legendary hero. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. Once again, massive shout out to King Arthur Legends Rise for sponsoring this video. And be sure, if you want to get involved, like I said, the open beta is starting on March 27th on Android, Google Play, and also PC. Check the link in the description and you can find out more.